I'm absolutely terrified. I kept running. I felt like I was being chased, but I never saw anything.
Hey, spooky siblings. Monsters are real. Ghosts are real too. They live inside us.
Hey, spooky siblings. Welcome to Wicked Wednesday, Spooktober edition. My name is Red,
And I'm Polty.
and this is Left on Red. Halloween is 10 days away, so today Polty and I bring you true, spine-chilling tales about cryptids. Story number 1. When my dad was a kid, he'd ride his bike on the gravel road about 2 kilometers to get to school. He lived in the country, and this was the mid-50s.
Oh, and I'm sure it was uphill both ways as well.
He said he was riding his bike home when a short distance ahead, he saw a really tall, hairy monkey walk out of the trees and cross the road. He thought it was a gorilla or something which had escaped from the zoo, because that's the only thing that he could think that made any sense. I asked him if he was scared, and he said no. I always took my gun to school with me.
Oh boy, where do I even begin with this one? All the cryptids with the claws and fur, better run, outrun my gun.
Well done, Polty.
Thanks.
Story number 2. I live near the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains. I hike up there pretty much from May to October. A few years ago, I decided to hike this pretty strenuous trail that leads to a huge rock slide. I park and notice I'm the only person there. I have 2 dogs. Get them out and start up the trail. About a mile in, I come to this clearing that has a huge teepee-like structure in it. The trees are all woven together. I put down my walking stick and stop to take pictures. Seemed weird but cool. Here are some pictures. I moved up the trail after the pictures, and as soon as I walked past the tree structure, I immediately felt like I was being watched, and the woods went silent. It was so weird. No bugs, no birds, no small animal noises. Dead. Silent. I hike by myself all the time. I don't get creeped out or really too scared. I've seen bears, and I'm sure there are cougars out there. I keep going up, and the feeling is getting way more intense, and my dogs are starting to act weird. These are experienced trail dogs. They don't really get weird like that. Staying super close to me, not making a lot of noise. I realized that I left my walking stick down by the tree structure. Oh well, I don't want to go back down to get it and then back up. I got a 1/4 mile or so past the tree thing, and the feeling of being watched was unbearable. I'm thinking, okay, rationally, it's probably a big cat. So I head back down. The rational part of my brain told me to slow down. My flight response? Nope. Full speed down a 30 or 40 degree slope. I get down the tree structure and meadow, and I look down, and my walking stick is gone. Like it's nowhere to be seen. It was pretty distinct because it was made of aspen, and I had picked it up somewhere else. there is no aspen in this part of the forest. I'm absolutely terrified. I kept running. I felt like I was being chased, but I never saw anything. Never heard anything either. Yes, it could have been a big cat. But why did it only start after I passed the tree structure? And how did my stick go missing? I was nearly to the parking lot before the feeling of being watched and chased left me. I will never go back there. Still thinking about it gives me the creeps.
Too long, didn't read. Man goes hiking, sees a pile of wood, psychs himself out, and goes full speed down a slope, and somehow the paranormal is responsible. Gotcha.
Well, to be fair, that's literally your primary modus operandi for scaring humans, Polty.
Oh, that's different. That's from my research in social psychology.
Sure, Polty. Story number 3. My entire childhood, my father and I used to take late-night walks due to his insomnia from shift work. Our neighborhood is considered very safe. All these walks are very dear memories of mine, except one, and it ended being the last one. One of the roads towards the back of the neighborhood was lined with thick forest for about a mile, and about a quarter deep, which made a circle back in itself. Along this road, there was a single street light to illuminate a small plot of land that someone owned, but was very overgrown and ill-kept. It was very common for us to walk this road to enjoy the sounds of the forest, the lack of illumination, and the ease of circling back. One ordinary night, as we were walking and making conversation, my father abruptly stops, pulls me close, puts a hand over my mouth, crouches with me, and points towards the single illuminated plot roughly 100 yards away. At first, I didn't see anything and thought he was pulling my leg, but just as I began to protest his grasp, I see a very small humanoid figure, roughly 3 feet in height, scrawny with long limbs, materialize out of the plot brush line and cautiously take in its surroundings before signaling towards the brush. After a few seconds, 2 other small humanoid figures materialize as well. After a brief moment of what looked like to be a discussion, all 3 make a dash for the forest tree line. Once this happened, my father picked me up, threw me over his shoulder, and made a break for our home, which was roughly a mile back. Mind you, my father is 6'5", 220 pounds, and I was roughly 120 pounds at this time, and he never showed signs of slowing down due to his fear and adrenaline. After this night, we never took late-night walks. He installed 4 bright motion detection lights around our acre plot and brought home a dog. The few times I have tried bringing it up, he doesn't want to discuss it. Those figures still give me chills, and the image of the 3 huddled together is very vivid 15 years later.
And that was Wicked Wednesdays. Stay tuned for more Spooktober specials.
My name is Red, and this is Left on Red. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and press the bell notification button so that you get notified every time Polty and I upload a new video. Until next time.
Hey, spooky siblings.
Scary.
They live